Hello, this is Manish Patel from the EII Capital Group. Today is July 5th, 2010. We're going to be basically doing the Ichimoku analysis for the week for the currency market. Before we begin, let's go for a normal disclaimer. This is for educational purpose only. Most of the charts are pretty much shown in either Thinkorswim or TradeStation. Here's my contact details. If you go to eiicapital.com, you can find out more information in regards to the Ichimoku book we've written, along with videos and other resources from discussion boards to wikis and so forth. Okay, so let's go straight into, actually before we go into that, let's go look at the dashboard again. For a bullish scenarios, we're looking for 5, 6, 7, 8, where 8 is the most bullish scenario, and for the rating. And for bearish, we're looking for ratings where basically we're looking for -5, -6, -7, and -8, where 8 is being the most bearish. To find out more information on the dashboard, you could just click on here, go to the story, and I'll tell you more on what the dashboard is. We don't have a video on the dashboard yet, but we will soon. What we're looking for is ratings that are consistent for all the time frames, or kind of like borderline, so we can look at trade opportunities. Look at Euro, USD, there's conflict there, there's not really anything there. Pound USD, there's nothing really there. US CAD, there's opportunities there on the bullish side. Australian USD, there's opportunities on the bullish side. Bearish side. US Yen, there's opportunities on the bearish side. CAD Yen, there's opportunities on the bearish side. Australian Yen, opportunities on the bearish side. So a lot of yen pairs, there's opportunities on the bearish side where the yen is stronger. It's not stronger against the euro right now, or there's conflict, and also against the Switzy, if you notice that. Pound Australian is bullish, and then also CAD Switzy is bearish. So let's go to the charts and go look at everything. Let's start off with the Euro USD, and let's go look at the weekly time frame. If you look at the Euro USD, we pretty much in the last couple of weeks we've been saying that this thing needs to pull back. Last week this thing came all the way to the Tinkinson and pretty much stopped right there, bounced off there. And so this week we're going to see what's going to happen with the Euro USD. If the bearish momentum is very strong, it's now going to bounce and pretty much start going back down to the 1.1955 level. If the bearish trend is weak, then there's a high chance that it's going to come all the way back up to the Kijun-sen, or they're going to meet halfway there. So we really don't know from the weekly perspective what's going to happen. It still could be pullback mode, or it could be a trend continuation, but we don't know yet. Let's go look at the daily time frame to see if we get any bigger picture here. If you look at the daily time frame, we pretty much hit the bottom of the cloud, bounced off that, and we're kind of just bouncing around now at the bottom of the cloud. The Chicago is bullish, the Tinkinson Kijun-sen is bullish. Price is below the cloud, so we're basically still bearish sentiment, and the Kumo future is bearish. So we got conflict among all the Ichimoku indicators on the daily time frame, so it's not telling us anything at all. Really, since we don't know how far the pullback is going to go, you kind of want to stick with trading the trend. So really what you can do is put an alert right at the Kijun-sen, which is at 1.2243, and kind of see what happens there. Also, you could look at here at 1.2795 and see what happens when price comes out of the Kumo cloud. If you're a counter trend player, you can sit there and start looking at opportunities on lower time frame where after you exceed 1.2638 for it to pretty much start going to the Kijun-sen. But you need a confirmation that it is going to exceed this high right here and kind of go above it to start on a major pullback all the way back up to this level here, which is around 1.3248. Okay, which is the same value roughly as the Kijun-sen. Sorry, it was 1.3227 on the weekly time frame. Okay, so as we know from the dashboard, there really wasn't any opportunity with a Euro USD, but there was some from according to the dashboard on the US CAD. So let's go focus on the US CAD. US CAD, it was telling us there's a bullish opportunity. Now, weekly time frame, if you look at the weekly time frame, we're pretty much at the bottom of the Kumo cloud, so I'll be very, very cautious on trading anything bullish right now, especially since it's got a thick cloud going up. So even though the dashboard says it's bullish on a daily 241.20, I'm very hesitant to play this because there's no room to the bottom of the Kumo cloud at all. So I would move on to the next pair. Let's go to the US yen. If you look at the US yen and let's zoom in on a weekly time frame, that looks good for a bearish play. Okay, so I definitely would sit there, probably look at a US yen opportunity and playing it bearish. Let's go look at the daily real fast on that. And if you look at the daily time frame, pretty much last week we blew past this from 5-6, that day that everything drastically went down. We basically went below it, came back up, tested that support, made it into resistance, and we're now going lower. Everything is here on the daily time frame is bearish, so that's looking good. Let's go look at another pair. Quickly going through this because we only have a 10-minute time frame on YouTube videos. Let's see, CAD Switzy was another opportunity that was bearish. And let's go look at the weekly time frame. If you look at the weekly time frame, we had an amazing week for the CAD Switzy. Look at the drastic moves for the last 3 weeks that happened on this guy. And if you look at the moves happened so fast, we had a big move up and now a drastic pullback. And if you look, the pullback's more than 50% retracement. And the pullback was so fast that the Tinkinson, Cajunson, and the Kumo future have not had a chance to react at all. In fact, we are now at a major support level if you look at this line right here. So if you're a counter trend player, you could sit there and start looking at bullish opportunities on a very, very short time frame and start looking for scenarios where it's going to go back and at least minimize itself to the Tinkinson. Right now, it doesn't look like it's going to break up yet, but I definitely look at breakout strategies for counter trend moves. The last one we're going to quickly go through is pound Australian. That was bullish. If you look at the daily time frame, this is looking really, really nice. We are starting to get up to a nice little resistance level right here, which is at 1.8282, but that's roughly about another 200 pips it has to move up. So you can look at lower time frames and go live. Let's go look at the weekly time frame, and you still have a little more room till it gets to the bottom of the Kumo cloud, which is 82.64. So that was right at the mark that we looked at a minute ago where there's some major resistance. So if you want to, you could sit there, place for 200 pips. Some people want to, some people don't. It depends on your trading plan. Okay, so that covers this week's analysis for the currencies. If you have any questions, please post them on a discussion forum found it from going to eiicapital.com. Thank you.